just jumped Jeremy V before ring introductions can be taken care of, which shows you what kind of a threat that Jason Cross believes that Jeremy V truly is. And Cross just threw Jeremy V in shoulder first on that security railing. Both the NWA, a little more particularly Jeff G. Bailey and certainly Jason Cross, are not leaving anything up to chance here this evening.
Well, Jeremy V is the #1 contender to the World Television Championship.
He earned it.
He earned that honor by pitting Caprice Ice Coleman and outlasting 19 other men in the #1 contenders Mega Rumble matchup. What a feat for Jeremy V, and coming off of the heels of that, right before he pinned Jason Cross in a 10-man tag. Jeremy V has Jason Cross's number, and that's why he had to pull a sneak attack tonight.
And we've been talking about Jeremy V being the uncrowned World TV Champion quite a number of occasions. Matter of fact, the highlight reel that starts off every episode of NWA Wildside does in fact show Jeremy V making the then World TV Champion Rain Man tap out. And that has got to get the goat of all the members of the NWA Elite. Certainly Jeff G. Bailey, and I'm obviously here, Jason Cross.
There for the longest time, Jeremy V dropped back under the radar of the NWA Elite. High leg lariat there by the challenger. But V's performance against Jason Cross just a few weeks ago, one-on-one for the World Television title, really opened a lot of eyes, including V's own eyes, as to what he had when it came to being a singles competitor.
Boy, you saw the role model, Jason Cross, go flying through the air, big backdrop, and a big suplex. V on top of Cross, only a 2 count. And Jeff G. Bailey better have brought along another pair of underwear here this evening. I think he's going to need several.
Be a fired-up Bulldog there, and a kick to the face for good measure. Jeremy V chucks the World Television Champion through the middle rope and to the arena floor. Jeremy V, the challenger, going for a little payback
well,
there.
I tell you, V is sending Jason Cross out to where Cross jumped V just a few minutes ago here in this World TV title matchup. Already shaping up to be a classic main event, and Jeff Bailey trying to slap Jeremy V. What is Bailey hoping to accomplish here? He's obviously doing this to be a diversion, so Jason Cross can move in for the kill. V, need to keep your focus on the role model who's behind you and beginning to start closing in fast. I'm going to take it back. Cross not put the brakes on.
V letting that good old boy Southern temper get the best of him here. You're right, he needs to focus on the match. And that's why, Steve.
Strictly a diversionary tactic indeed by Jeff Bailey. And V needs to keep that focus on his opponent, not Bailey. You can't ignore Jeff Bailey, as we've seen countless times. But your opponent here this evening is the role model. You're just going to have to put Jeff G. Bailey at least on the back burner, if nothing else.
Cross taking back over in the department of momentum in this World Television Championship matchup as the champion gracefully enters the ring with his cocky, arrogant stride.
I don't know, we've seen Jason Cross a good deal more arrogant and cocky before, because he believes here this evening that Jeremy V could very well be the man to defeat him for the World TV title.
He's got him, look, full Nelson, dragon suplex! Dragon suplex with a release, and the neck that Jeremy V injured over a year ago may be having a relapse.
Perhaps you shouldn't be yelling too loud. I want Jason Cross to realize that perhaps that the weak spot on Jeremy V is that neck, and V does not need any more grief on that neck.
Well, unfortunately, Steve, I think that's been proven time and time again to the point where Jason Cross has chosen that neck as a focal point of his attack. You watch in this matchup, you watch the tape in the previous matchups. Jason Cross wants to cripple Jeremy V. He knows he's a fly in his ointment. He knows V can beat him on his best day, and that's why he's trying to do what he's doing tonight.
You bring up a very good point. Perhaps some wishful thinking on my part, but I keep forgetting that wishful thinking and the NWA Elite are two mutually exclusive terms.
And there you see the pressure there, not even a legal hold, but Jason Cross exercising the vast majority of the 5 count there to put damage on the neck, to inflict pain on the neck of Jeremy V. And Jeff G. Bailey getting his greasy palms on Jeremy V. And Cross from the back. Good grief, did you see the whiplash there?
I was going to think that Jeremy V could not withstand too much more punishment, but we've seen V withstand more punishment than truly any athlete in the NWA Elite. Oh my good heavens!
Cross misses the rotating leg drop. Jeremy V to the outside.
Boy, that's a classic case of playing possum when you think Jeremy V was all but dead, and he was able to pull off that sequence of moves on the role model. All hail Jeremy V. V firing back from that beating he took from the role model. An impressive physical feat indeed. Jeff Bailey can scarcely believe what he's witnessing, and the role model is kind of wondering himself.
Jeremy V giving 120% here tonight, folks. Goes for the Russian leg sweep, but Jason Cross fighting out. Now the World Television Champion's got him. Roll through completely and locks the head. And again, the pressure on the neck, on the vertebrae, on the historically bad part of Jeremy V.
And Jason Cross dragging Jeremy V into the center of the ring, long ways away from the ropes, and any possibility that V will be able to break that hold. And only a 2 count there, but I think Cross would really like a submission from Jeremy V here.
And folks, skeptics at home, say what you want about our sports, say what you want about professional wrestling or NWA Wildside. The human body is not meant to bend in that direction. Get in the ring and let the role model put that on you to just realize how much pain Jeremy V is in at the moment, how much pressure is on his neck. He could snap it like a twig. You know the agility of Jason Cross. You know how strong those legs are, Prazak.
Indeed, indeed. That's a man of so many gifts, we could not go through them all in the hour of NWA Wildside. However, to Jeremy V's benefit, with all that rolling going on in the ring, he was able to get that hold broken.
He made it to the ropes.
But of course, he might get his neck broken at the rate he's going.
Well, I think the damage has been done. I think Cross's attack to the neck of V is starting to chip away at Jeremy V's life in this matchup. Rotating leg drop across the throat. Jason Cross, now come on!
The cockiness and arrogance that we thought was lacking is beginning to creep back into the role model. Pin attempt from Cross, only a 2 count.
Didn't bother to hook the leg, and if he doesn't consider Jeremy V more of a threat than that by now, he might as well hand over the TV title.
No, Jason Cross believes Jeremy V's a threat indeed. Why do you think he jumped him so early on before the introductions were made in this World TV title matchup?
Cross going for the best damn brainbuster in North America. V with the counter, but Cross right back on him. Shows just how good he is. Nobody's ever discounted the ability of Jason Cross and what he can do in that ring.
Yeah, but I wasn't quite sure what kind of firepower Jeremy V would have at this juncture.
You got to talk about the credentials of the World Television Champion. Here's a man that on many occasions pinned the NWA World Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles with a nasty brainbuster back suplex there by Cross. No. Jeremy V gets to the ropes. A man many people have said is every bit as good as AJ Styles in the ring in the role model Jason Cross.
I believe Jeff Bailey believes that the role model Jason Cross is indeed a phenomenal one on his own. And those classic encounters that Jason Cross has with AJ Styles are indeed the stuff of a legend here at NWA Wildside. I think Jeremy V is quickly approaching this sort of legendary status here, not just merely in the amount of punishment that he's dealt with in the rings of NWA Wildside, but in the fact that this is just really the beginning of Jeremy V's career, if he's able to withstand not too much more punishment and any life-threatening injury.
And as Jason Cross cranks on the neck of Jeremy V, you can tell the arena believes in V.
Oh, there's no shortage of fans, of Jeremy V fans here at the NWA arena. Everybody's so gung-ho for this young man, knows that the best is yet to come.
But how can you not be Jeremy V, the consummate gentleman, a boy with a dream who's quickly become a man in NWA Wildside and living his dream out here in front of all these people. He's just grateful. He's just happy to be here, and he's in with the World Television Champion. He's fighting for the right to name yourself the best wrestler on television today, and Jason Cross is trying to take it away. He's reaching in the neck. What does Jeremy V have left in the tank? We're about to find out.
And it's Jason Cross's right to try to take it away from V. And once again, V dropped on that neck. The focus of Jason Cross is exclusively on the neck of Jeremy V. A pin attempt, and V, for some reason, still kicks on out. No matter what kind of pain Jeremy V is enduring, he's going to try to endure as much as possible and hopefully get the one-up on Jason Cross. But right now, that looks distant indeed.
Cross in firm control of V here. taking him up into a fireman's carry position. What is Jason Cross going to try here? No, goes for something, but V is out of it. Goes him up. Jeremy V, Death Valley driver. Out of nowhere.
Pulling off a Death Valley driver with the neck of Jeremy V in the shape that it's in. It's extraordinary indeed.
Now the challenger's got to get to his feet. He's fought off the attack on his weakest point. He's fought off the attack on the neck. Now Jeremy V's got to capitalize while he's got the chance.
V just trying to get some consciousness back in his body, and he's fighting back. A pair of fists into the side of the head of Jason Cross. Make that 3.
Irish whip into the far corner. V follows in. Jason Cross gets the boot up to the face. The role model on the second turnbuckle. Jeremy V wallows to the second turnbuckle. Cross has him. There's the triple cross. The triple cross, and that is all for Jeremy V now.
Jeremy V, for some reason, somehow, some way, dug down deeper than either you or I could ever possibly describe and managed to kick on out.
Jason Cross is beside himself, but he's looking to finish it with a brainbuster. V gets out of it. He charges into VKO. Double underhook. There's the VDT. Wicked Avenue now.
V gave it his all. A VKO and a VDT.
Quite literally centimeters from the pinfall there. Jeremy V going to the top, the 450, flying V, could it be? Jeremy V off the top, and Bailey goes to the attack, but V fights him off.
V swiping away at Jeff G. Bailey. Bailey obviously trying to get out of harm's way, but unfortunately that gives Jason Cross an opportunity, and Jeremy V gets crossing that top turnbuckle and a swift kick to the head.
Well, V lost his balance, and Cross is going up. What's Jason Cross going for here? Brainbuster off the second turnbuckle. Brainbuster. It's over.
It is indeed over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still World Television Champion, representing the NWA Elite, the role model, Jason Cross.
A close bout that could have gone either way, but in the end, with maybe a little help from Jeff G. Bailey, the role model Jason Cross proves tonight that he is the better man, but there will be more fights to come in the future. I can promise you that.